What's good, YouTube? Dmgaming here, guys, and today I want to kind of talk about the controls and some of the other game mechanics that buddy else is talking about. So we're going to talk about it, guys. But before we do all of that, guys, I want y'all to just check out the new logo. Trying to kind of find a brand going. So let me know what y'all think about this down in the comment section down below. I got the kanji there in the middle that just stands for wolf, and it's a long story. I don't want to get into that. And then the Dmgaming and stuff. I really like that, y'all. What I plan on doing is getting into merchandise, like having it put on shirts and mugs and stuff like that. So just wanted to get y'all's take on the overall logo. It is something very basic, but it has a lot of meaning to it to me. Also, I did tell y'all about this, the Dmgaming's Dragon Ball What If. And basically the idea for this is not so much about like the what if scenarios in Dragon Ball Z, GT, and Super. I kind of wanted to go a little bit deeper with that, in a sense of more doing real world stuff. Like, for example, what if there was a real hyperbolic time chamber? What if we really could go Super Saiyan? What if you could fly? What if you had the strength of Vegeta? You know, I do want to implore some of those other, like the anime elements, the manga elements and stuff, but I also want to add that real world to it. So in order to do this, guys, what I want to do is take your guys' ideas, your what ifs, and then I will pick one or several, depends on what it is, and we're going to discuss them. You know what I'm saying? Now, what I haven't decided yet is if I want to do it segmented to where we have a segment in each video where we do a what if. Like, so for today, if I was doing it, I would pick one, somebody's what if, and we would talk about it just for a little bit. I would read it and we discuss for a little bit and go back to the video. Or I was thinking about possibly doing it like on a Sunday, having a video of a fully dedicated video to that person's or the what if scenarios from the entire week. So let me know what y'all think down in the comment section down below. So let's check out Beautiful Halo real quick and we'll get into the video.
You can find all kinds of themes merch on beautifulhalo.com. We have anime, comic, game, memes, and many other themes merch. Check the link in the description and find your favorite hoodies and tees now.
All right, guys. So today I want to cover a little bit about the controls for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. So what you're looking at here, this is just some gameplay from the Gohan and Cell demo. I got this from Fox's channel. I'm just calling him Fox. I'm not finna try to butcher that name. But I just looked it up, and this is the one that I knew had it. So what you're looking at here is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. This is the demo version. Now, what's interesting about that is I don't think that the main version's controls are going to change, but you never know. But anyway, so this is looking at it on the PlayStation 4 controller. Guard is going to be L2. Burst is going to be L2 and square. Now, these are fighting controls. These aren't the free world controls. The free world controls are a little bit different. But the burst is L2 and square. And then you, of course, move with the left analog stick, move up or down with the left analog stick and R2. So if you want to go up, you would hold R2 and move the left analog stick up. If you wanted to go down, you would hold R2 and move the left analog stick down. Okay. And then the boost, in order to boost, you just hold X. Now, this is what's interesting to me. What's the difference between boost and burst? Okay, is burst flying towards your opponent and boost is just flying, you know, with the aura around you? And then you also have super boost. Now, I know for a fact, okay, so never mind. Because I know for a fact super boost is what charges you to your opponent. And I think they're gonna talk about that in some of this other stuff. And then to charge your ki, you're gonna hold triangle. Ki blast is gonna be square, melee is gonna be circle, and then to step, or what I believe step is more or less snap vanish. I feel like it's something on my neck, man. It's probably just my wife washes my stuff, and when she does, she gets hair, like her hair real long. I don't know. It's frustrating. But to step is X. Now, what I think that step is the snap vanish. That's what I think that it is. But anyway, so looking at the layout of the controller, we're so accustomed to the square button being attack, the triangle being like a heavy attack, and then circle being more of the key blast attack, and then X being the step or defense button like that. So the X button is fairly the same. We would also use it to charge key or something like that, and generally with X. Now, what's going to be different is the square, triangle, and circle buttons. Triangle is going to be key. Square is going to be, no, see, I'm already wrong. Triangle is going to be charge. Square is going to be your key blast, and circle is going to be your melee. That's very interesting. Now, what you can do, and I'm pretty sure they're going to have button mapping in the game, is you could switch it to where you're comfortable and make square your melee attack and make circle your key blast. But what that's going to do, that's going to also change your burst. So instead of pushing L2 and square to burst, you would have to push L2 and circle. You get what I'm saying? You're changing up a lot of different stuff. So that's something to note. My advice would be just to get acclimated with these controls. I mean, you're going to have the game. It's an RPG. You're going to have plenty of time to play it, plenty of fights. So there's going to be plenty of time to get acclimated with those. Otherwise, I would say play Naruto and get used to them. So this is the movement screen, and this is basically telling you during battle, you can move left, right, back, forth with the left analog stick, and ascend and descend with the left analog stick and the R2 button. Now, you're not using the arrows because the arrows are used for like items and stuff like that. You can kind of see that right there. That's why the arrows aren't used. And also the analog is more free range control. It's as close as you're going to get to having a mouse on console. Additionally, you can boost in any direction. So that is what boost is. The boost is this dash right here with the with the left analog stick and X button, and perform a super boost towards your opponent with L3. So what L3 is the left analog stick. You're just pushing it in. When you push it in, that's L3. Same thing for the right analog stick. If you push it in, that's R3. Both boosting and super boosting consume key, but you can deflect key blast as you move, which I don't know if I've seen that happen in game actually, but we'll definitely have to see later on. I'll go do some homework and see if I've ever seen that happen in game. Melee attacks. Press circle to approach an opponent and perform a melee attack. So this is what people was talking about, how, like, I know some people wanted tracking in the game. Technically, it's kind of auto tracking. So whenever you're close enough to an opponent to hit them, initiating the circle button, pushing the circle button is going to allow you to jump in and attack them. Like there's no lock on button required for that. After the attack connects, press circle multiple times to perform a combo and deal greater damage. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Press triangle, square, or X in the middle of a combo to perform a finisher. And that's very interesting. Now, when I talked to Ndakuba, because this was back during E3, I think he had went to play it, and I had talked to him and asked him about the combos. You know, was it just one button? Because it looked like whenever you watch it, that button lights up only one time, and I was under the impression thinking maybe it would light up each time you press it, and so I thought there was auto combos, but there's not. So you would push it multiple times to perform a combo, but you also have combo finishers, and nobody's talking about that. People think you're just pressing circle and that's it. So guys, there's various different combos. You're doing that. I mean, you got 3 different combos right off top. Not to mention, if you're incorporating a super attack, that's 4 different. Actually, another 8. That's 8 because you have 4 super attacks in your arsenal to use. So that's the potential already for 4, 8, 12 different combos. Because if you know what I'm saying, like, and then on top of that, in the skill tree, later on you're able to upgrade the combo to get more hits. So you actually even upgrade that. So when I told y'all that the combat system, yes, it starts out simplistic, but it gets more complex as the game progresses. That's because you're able to level it up and you're able to learn the combo system and learn how to mix these super attacks and stuff like that in with your combos. So it becomes real complex whenever you do that. So that's something very, very interesting to note. And to me is like the highlight of that particular, of the combo system. Okay, so then super attacks. You can consume key in battle to perform super attacks. Once you open your palette with L1, press triangle, square, circle, or X to activate super attacks to that set button. And we pretty much know that. Now, what I like about the game is the fact that they don't tie transformations in with super attacks. So you have your transformations, but it's completely separate from super attacks, unlike Xenoverse 2, where it takes up some slots. Well, now Xenoverse 2 has a separate allocation for it, so you don't take up those attacks. What Xenoverse 2 does wrong is charging your key is an actual skill, which I do like that. I mean, it is kind of cool, but it takes up a slot for that you could have to use for an attack. This game, you have a separate thing to charge your key. Okay. The game will be slowed down as long as you are holding L1. Now, what they don't tell you is that in the option menu, you can actually turn that off. So if you don't like the game slowing down whenever you press the L1 button to bring up a menu, and this also does the same thing when you bring up your items menus, you can turn that off in the option screen. So dearly noted for that. And I'm just scrubbing through because there's some more stuff that pops up, like here. The surge mechanic. I thought it was going to pop up. I guess I passed it. There we go. So surge. As you take damage or deal it out, your tension gauge will fill. And this is your tension gauge. Here, you can't see it because my face is in the way. Let me move my face. Right there. This is your tension meter. When that fills up, then you'll be able to utilize surge mode. Now, whenever your tension meter is full, your key also has to be full. And if your support character's meter is full, you could do a support character team attack, which is really cool. Like it says, you take damage, your tension gauge will fill. When both your tension gauge and key are full, hold triangle to activate the surge effect. While surge is active, your stats are temporarily boosted and super attacks and combos can be canceled into other actions. So even with surge, it allows you more intricacy into your combos, guys. So for those of you out there who keep saying the combat system this, the combat system that, hopefully now you're starting to see that the combat system, it's very simplistic. It can be simple if you want to keep it simple, but it can get pretty complex if you wanted to. And that is really, really dope, man. Like, people don't give this game enough credit because they're not doing the research to find simple stuff like this out that's right there in front of their face. I like it. I like that combo system, because if I want to be simple, I can be simple. If I want to be complex, I can be complex. So not to mention, surge gives you a 25% increase in damage. So that's really cool as well. It was another one in here. Scrubbing. Somebody's gonna say, well, DM, you should have had it already pulled up. Okay, and then this right here. Beam struggles. Beam struggles are in the game. Matter of fact, we'll just let this play and you can watch it for yourself. So they fired at the same time. Now, what I would have liked to have in the game is a mechanic to surge your energy blast, because remember Goku's firing it off and then he does this surge thing where he just gives it everything he got and it makes it so much bigger. But the thing I do like about this is after you beat it, if you win this mechanic, then right there, see that little cut scene right there? I really like that. I really do like that. You also have this menu here, which tells you how to guard with L2, step. We already know that, boost, super boost. It's all right there. You can minimize this menu. I know you can in free roam. I don't know if you can in battle, but I've seen it where it was minimized and it gives you the option to bring it back up. And I don't think that there's any more little tidbits there, guys. So take that. What I would do is get your PlayStation controller and kind of play around with the buttons in your head. I guess kind of mental training in a sense. Picture yourself playing the game and doing those button combinations to learn the mechanics. That way that's going to be the easiest way to get more familiar with it. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to probably do it myself as well, just because I don't want it to be so much. I want to be able to enjoy the game starting out. And if I'm having to learn controls, it's going to make it tough. But it is what it is. I mean, pop in the game of Naruto, kind of get familiar with that because the controls are similar to that as well. So, guys, let me know what y'all think about this down in the comment section down below, guys. I really do appreciate y'all's support. I'm very grateful for that. Please leave a like on the video if you made it this far. A lot of people don't. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't, man. Till next time, y'all. Thanks for watching. Peace.